Hey everyone, welcome back to Swish 710 Bowling. My name's Jeff Pirishad, and today we're going to be looking at a ball that we all kind of hoped was going to be coming. We didn't know for sure, but now we do. It's the Cuda PowerCOR Pearl, and the Pearl is the HK22 that the Seven Brands of Brunswick has been using in most of their pearlized stuff with really good results. So you can see the numbers on this ball are the same as the original solid Cuda PowerCOR from last summer. The 2.501 RG, which is a medium-ish RG, and a 0.047 differential, which is a medium high differential. And as I said, it's the HK22 combined with the ERT Pearl. And it's 500, 1,000, 1,500, and then shined up with the Brunswick Crown compound. So here you can see what the ball looks like out of the box. It's not glass shiny, a little sheen, but it still, we expect pretty good length from it. You can see the layout that I used puts the pin far up above my bridge, kind of hedging towards the ring finger, 55 by 4 and 7/8 by 30. And you can see my specific stats there too, my axis. And my rev rate's about 450, sometimes a little less, sometimes a little more, depending on how I'm throwing it. But it's generally in that area. And you can see what the finished ball looks like. With, like I said, the pin above the bridge a bit, hedging a bit towards the ring fingers. So let's go down to the lanes and see what this ball's got.
Okay everyone, we're here at Strikers Lanes down in Sunrise, Florida, and we're going to be throwing the new Cuda PowerCOR Pearl. I also have an original Cuda PowerCOR from last summer that I'm going to be comparing it up against, but we'll get to that soon. So for now, I'm just going to take this ball, and I don't know where we're going to stand. Now, we'll start off playing somewhere around the third arrow. This is a typical house shot, a little bit of play on it. So let's see what this thing does around the third arrow. Good place to start. Woo! Wow, that is a sharp ball. Holy pizza, that ball hooked a little bit. All right, so we are gonna move left. Like I said, this lane has a little bit of play. It's a mostly fresh house shot, but it's probably about what the lanes would be like in your second game of league when you might want to pull out a pearl ball. So, keeping that in mind, let's move in a little bit. Wow, that thing flipped. It hit the dry and just went. So, we're gonna go 4 boards left. With 4 boards left with my feet, and we'll try to go about 2 boards left with my target. All right, in the oil a little too much. So now I just move my target to board right, and that should be good. So obviously the HK22 in this ball gets it go down the lane pretty well. You can see it gets a lot of length, and there's a ton of recovery. But it's still a pearl ball, and you probably don't want to throw it in the oil the whole way down the lane unless you have a lower ball speed. So, all right, let's go back to where that shot was. I'm going to move my target a little bit right. It should be okay. Yeah, that was pretty solid. Pretty solid. Getting that ball to strike, I don't know. I might just keep throwing it there. I don't think I have to make much of an adjustment off of that. That was a pretty good shot. So, we're going to throw another ball just like that. All right. So my feet are on 27. And we're going to go just left of the third arrow. Yeah, that looks really good. For a pearl ball, it's super smooth. Even though that flip is really hard, it's a really smooth flip. It's very predictable, which is kind of the same thing that the Cuda PowerCOR from last year was. Very smooth, very predictable. So let's throw another shot just like that. Got it in a bit, but still good. That ball reads it really well. That's a really good benchmark Pearl ball. It reads it well. I like the flare pattern, looks really good. The roll pattern, it doesn't rev too early. It doesn't lope too much. It's a really good mid to high end, medium kind of Pearl ball, it looks like. Let's throw one more over there. Same shot, but I'm not going to miss left this time. Oh, messenger! So I definitely got up the back of that ball a little too much. But this ball's got some pop. I can see this ball throwing a lot of messengers around. It's got a really, really strong back-end reaction. The shape, I think the shape it's my favorite kind of shape. For a Pearl ball, it's not unpredictable. You still get pop, but it's not unpredictable. Then you know what the ball's gonna do. And when you know what the ball's gonna do, it's dependable and you trust it and you throw more confident shots. And I got it right, looped it a little. Oof, 7-pin shaking. All right, so that tells me that I've got some room to the right. I can maybe bank it off that. All right, let's go a little more left and see if I can hook this ball a little more. I don't know. We'll find out. So I was on 27. I'm gonna go to 32. Big jump, 5 boards left. But I'm not moving my target a bunch left, only like 1 board. Let's see what this ball does. We are looping the lane. Oh, look at that. I could probably go more left. Ball wheeled pretty well. And it hit the dry and it read and it started to change direction, but it didn't jump left immediately. It just kind of stayed there for a bit. It stalled, which was good because whenever you get a Pearl ball that jumps off the dry immediately, sometimes that's too unpredictable and you run into problems. But this ball was good. So I had moved 5. I'm going to go 2 more. Let's see. Let's wheel this ball. Oh, boy, that's too much. That is way too much. That is a strong bowling ball. All right, so you've seen me try to wheel the lane with this Cuda PowerCOR Pearl. I am going to give it the microphone to Jamal Kahok, my token 2-hander, who I hear just bowled 289 down on the lane he's bowling on. But he's come over here and he's going to throw a couple of shots with this PowerCOR, Cuda PowerCOR Pearl. And he's going to let me know what he thinks from the 2-hander point of view.
All right, let's see.
No, he hasn't thrown this ball yet.
Let's
Not
go
once.
26.
It's my ball. It's got my fingers in it. He doesn't even use finger inserts.
Oh, wow.
I like the shape of that. I like the shape
That
of that
hooked
a
a
lot.
little more than I thought it was going to.
Yeah, that's what it did for me too. It jumps a bit. It's got some pop to it.
Yeah, let's move a little left, see what happens.
You think, okay, symmetric ball, Pearl, it's kind of a midline, kind of higher end midline ball. You don't expect a ton from it. And this ball just hits the dry and it reads it and it reacts off it. But it's still pretty smooth for a Pearl.
Yeah, very much. All right, let's move
let's
another
see. I'm assuming he's going to move a bit
28
left.
with the feet. Looking about
All right,
18
so
at the
he's got
arrows.
his left foot on about the last dot on 30. He's definitely moved left. He's pitching it right.
Got around it.
It looks like he got up the back of it.
I got it around it a little more, yeah.
All right. You want one more or no?
Let's try one more. Let's try and actually throw a good shot this time.
Okay. You get around it a little bit, or see, I don't know, whatever adjustment. I don't know what adjustment two-handers make. As far as I know, two-handers adjustment is stand left and hit harder.
Is that what you want? Stand left, hit harder?
I don't know. I don't know what two-handers do. You tell me. I have no idea. Rev it a lot.
Let's try it again. 28 with the feet. 18 of the arrows.
Yeah, it's two-handers. Give him a purple hammer and let him go. There we go. We got around that ball way more.
Oh!
Yeah. What do you think?
The first shot that I threw with it, the ball faced up pretty nice, so I ended up moving 2 more left to see, and I just think that I'm so far up the back of it that I need to get around it a little bit more.
Maybe there's just a little too much soup in the middle, too much oil.
I don't think it's the ball right now. I honestly think it's me because, like we've said in the past, I don't use grips.
That's right, you don't use grips. You're throwing my ball with grips. So.
Let me try and get around it one time and see what happens.
Go for it.
I'm also going to look another board to the right with my eyes. So 17 at the arrows. There we go.
There we go.
Okay.
That snapped the 10 out pretty well.
I got around it and I looked the board more to the right.
So,
Legal for you, sir.
Is it? I don't know.
that radical staff for David Brown heckling us in the back, saying that ball's illegal for Jamal. It rolls really good for him, huh? Yeah. All right. So where would this ball fit in your arsenal right now? What's your arsenal right now? What are you throwing? Mostly.
So from the ball up to down, archetype is my big ball, big solid. Underneath that would be the Widow hybrid.
Okay.
Underneath that would be the Obsession Tour.
Okay. And you've got a Paragon hybrid and a GB4 hybrid.
Yes.
You got a lot of hybrids.
I do have a lot of hybrids.
You have any pearls?
No.
You don't have any
That's why
pearls?
I'm excited for these new releases coming out.
I know that Stealth Pearl, you like that a lot. You're kind of interested in that thing.
I don't know if I want the Stealth Pearl or if I'm going to end up getting the Cuda Pearl.
I think the Stealth Pearl is probably a little stronger, a little snappier.
Stealth Pearl, from what I've seen so far, it's about 2 or 3 more boards more overall in terms of ball compared to the Cuda Pearl.
Yeah, well, my Stealth Pearl's right here. You want to throw it?
Yeah, sure.
Throw one shot with the Stealth Pearl. I'm going to do a comparison to it before, but as long as you're here.
I need you to put a thumb in there for me, please.
Oh, you want a thumb? All right, sure. We'll put a thumb in there for you, even though you don't use your thumb, just so it doesn't thump over the hole just in case. So this is a Stealth Pearl comparison for a two-hander. I expect this ball just to be maybe go a little longer, but to just be a bunch sharper and maybe a lot stronger. But I don't know.
So
I don't know anything about two-handers.
In the same spot.
I know they stand left and rev it a lot.
28.
So let's see.
For the Cuda, and try this again. Oh.
Yeah, it looked like it was a little snappier. It looked like.
Yes,
and you got it in.
I did get it in. So I'm gonna do what I did over there. We still got time. They haven't even started the game yet, so.
Okay.
We're gonna try one more shot with this ball, and
throw this ball a little better.
Just hit it a little more.
Wow, man.
30 with the feet.
So it looks like he's moved about 2 boards left on the approach.
17 on the arrows, 18
from where he was before.
Just hit it.
Oh wow, he got into that ball. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, you wheeled it a lot more. So a little stronger?
Yes. Yeah, so overall, definitely the Cuda is going to be just a little tad weaker in terms of overall motion from what I'm seeing.
A little smoother in the back?
Yes, the Stealth reads the mid lanes a little stronger than the Cuda, so the Cuda does like to get down lane a little bit more. With just a little more pop in terms of, because I have the energy saved. Okay. The Stealth, in my opinion, is still going to be something I want to look out for in the future.
All right, there you go.
Appreciate you having me.
That's our token two-hander, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, Jamal.
Anytime.
And I guess we'll see you next time. Maybe we do a video. I don't know.
Yeah,
we'll find out.
Thank you.
You're always welcome to join us.
Thank you.
Okay. So now I'm going to throw a couple more shots with the Cuda, and then I will throw a couple balls with the Stealth Pearl. Where's my Cuda? There it is. All right. So let's see. I was wheeling it before we had our two-hander. I'm not going to wheel it. I don't want to. I'm not that great at it. And I just want to kind of throw a normal, decent shot. So I'm standing on 28. I'm going to try to hit about 17. Wow, that ball read that dry. Oh my Lord. Okay. Two-hander took 5 shots. My lane's already destroyed. I can see all the comments now. Two-hander ruins YouTube video. All right, let's throw a ball down. Oh, no, I have to throw a ball down the gutter. All right, so I'm gonna move left. We'll throw one more, and then we'll do a couple of comparisons. So let's get to a spot where I know this ball will be close so that I can do comparisons. So I'm gonna move 3 left. With my feet, maybe 1 left of my target. Okay, here we go. So that ball crossed about like what, 18 maybe? So that's a good place to do comparisons from. So this will be first the Stealth Pearl. All right, so the Stealth Pearl in the same place, and we'll see what it does. I think I got that ball to the right further. And I think that was the spot where that Cuda jumped a bit. And that ball kind of held on there and really jumped back. So I want to say the Stealth maybe a little longer. I mean, they're both HK22, but they both have a different additive in it. So I want to say the Stealth is maybe a little longer, the Stealth Pearl, but still stronger in the back. So let's try one more, see what happens. So 31, I'm moving my feet. I'm gonna try to hit about 18. Yeah, get that 7-9 out. You can see it's a little stronger in the back. So let's do a comparison now to the original Cuda PowerCOR. So this ball is almost the same layout. The pin on this one is a little weaker, just a little further to the left. If you go into my archives and you look up my Cuda PowerCOR video from last year, this is the same ball. So you can see what the layout's like. I'm going to stand on 31. I'm going to look at 18, or try to hit 18, and we'll see what the comparison is. Definitely read earlier. Definitely read the lane earlier than both the Stealth Pearl and the Cuda PowerCOR Pearl. Overall hook was about the same though. So let's try one more from there. It's always kind of interesting when you get a Pearl and a Solid of the same core and they both hook about the same amount of boards total. They just get there in a different way. It opens up a lot of options if you're bowling like tournaments and things. Got that one right, and that hooked early. Wow, that ball has no chance of holding on if I miss into the dry. Thing hooks a bunch. So we're gonna just say that doesn't count. We're gonna do another one. We're not gonna miss. Nah, who are we kidding? We're gonna miss. We are gonna miss again. Who am I kidding? All right. So standing on 31, I'm gonna try to hit 18. Maybe 19. Yeah, and solid. Very smooth. About the same amount of hook. All right. So let's go back to the Cuda Pearl. Go a couple more shots and wrap it up. So we'll go back to that same spot. Stand on 31, look at the, I'm gonna try to hit 18 and we'll see what happens. I don't know how much those shots with the PowerCOR Solid and the Stealth Pearl and the two-hander have dried this line up. So let's throw a shot and let's find out. Yeah, it definitely does not go as long as the Stealth Pearl. It's definitely a little earlier. And the back end's a bit smoother. I think that's a fair comparison between the Stealth Pearl and the PowerCOR Pearl. The Cuda is just a little earlier and smoother, it feels like. So I'm going to move a little more left. Just for funsies. So we'll stand on 34. Stand on 34 and try to hit 19. Wow, get that ball a little right. Holy moly.
Bowlers, join me in wishing Anton a very happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Anton. Happy birthday.
Also, there are cupcakes on behind lane 18.
Oh my God, there's
Help
cupcakes?
yourself.
Oh, I so want
And
cupcakes.
as you walk into 18, stop and give Anton a hug or whatever for his birthday.
Everybody who watches this YouTube video gets cupcakes. Make sure you say happy birthday, Anton. All right, let's see, 34, 35. Start on 35. I'll maybe hit about 20. See what this does. Yeah, that looked pretty good. That ball checked red in the right place. So it just needed to move a little left. All right, let's try one more from there. Oh man, and now I forgot what lane the cupcakes are on. Now all I'm thinking about is that I want a cupcake. All right, if I throw a strike here, I'm gonna treat myself to a cupcake. So we're gonna stay on 35. I'm gonna try to cross around the middle arrow, and then I'm gonna go get a cupcake. Oh, got it right. Yeah, I deserve a cupcake for that. Getting that 9-pin out, I earned my cupcake. So I'm gonna send it back home, and we're going to do a closing thoughts. I'm gonna get a cupcake, and I'm gonna tell you in the closing thoughts how good this cupcake was. Until my next video, see you guys next time.
Okay, closing thoughts on the Cuda PowerCOR Pearl. First, it fits into your arsenal in the higher end benchmark set. It's not going to be super flippy in the back. As I said, it's a pretty smooth kind of a pearl ball. So you're going to want to take that into account, but it definitely is a little like mid to high end. Second, it can handle a decent amount of oil, but it still needs some dry to shape the way you want it to shape. It's not going to be the kind of ball that just hooks in a ton of oil. Third, it's got that same strong continuous motion that the original Cuda PowerCOR had from last summer, the solid one, but you get it in a pearl package. So the motion is kind of the same, just more pearly, I guess is the right word. So a little longer and a little stronger. They complement each other really well. And the colors are really great, by the way. And fourth, as I said, obviously, happy birthday, Anton. The cupcakes were awesome. So that's the video for the Cuda PowerCOR Pearl. And if you like the video, please hit that like and subscribe buttons. And we will see you next time.